Hello, welcome to Gardenville.tv. Well, we're planting sweet pea. There's nothing nicer and colourful in the garden than sweet pea. Susan, how are we doing it?
Okay, we're doing it in a growring here, which is a very handy thing to give you a little small raised bed on your terrace or wherever. We're going to grow them up a tripod. Now, I've got a pot here of sweet pea, and I'm going to break these up so that we'll get enough to go round the tripod out of these. The compost is a bit damp, so dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak it in a bucket just before I plant it. And if you're planting anything out of a pot and it's dry, it's a good idea to submerge it in a bucket until the bubbles stop rising out of the compost, out of the pot, because that means it's totally soaked. And just knock them out of the pot. Now, they're well wound round each other, so I'm going to break them apart here. It does look a bit brutal, but it will be all right.
Now, these are quite tough then, are they, Susan?
They're pretty hardy stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Having said that, if I ruin them, it's my fault.
So, wow, out of one pot that we planted with the seedlings, we've got all this.
Yeah.
It's going to... So really, you could grow these all over the place.
You could, exactly. You don't need to...
And do they give a nice sweet smell, Susan?
Well, they do. You know the scent of sweet pea, they're absolutely gorgeous.
Gorgeous, yeah, and very pretty.
I'm going to plant them in.
So, do we need to have the soil here damp or...?
No, we can just water these afterwards, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's good and deep now. You're going quite deep with that, aren't you? Right up to the top stem.
Well, I need to cover up the roots.
The
it's
roots,
just the
yeah.
roots were sort of coming out.
Okay. Right, so in it goes nice in, and you're just putting it in like that. Okay.
And they do have, you can't see them yet, but they do have tendrils. They wind themselves around the cane.
Now, I was going to ask you, last year I put twine around my canes.
You need that to give them that extra bit of something
they
to hang
sort of cling onto it. Okay.
They cling onto it, yeah.
So I must do that, is put the twine in. Now, and in it goes then, and it's all ready watered, so... And then do we just water that again, Susan?
Yeah, just water it again.
Oh,
use the bucket, yeah.
Right. See how delicate they are, though. It's amazing. Now, how long does it take? When do they flower, Susan?
Gosh, you asked me. It'll depend on what
the
sort
weather.
Of the weather. Everything depends on the weather.
But are they usually July?
Yes. Where are we now? End of April. So sometime towards June, July. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And the more, as with most of these things, the more you pick them, the more flower you get.
Right. Okay. Okay. So again, you pick the flowers and bring them in, is it?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh,
if you
that's
don't pick
brilliant.
Them, they set seed and they say, right, I've done the job I want to do now. I've seeded for next year, so I give up flowering.
So, and how lovely to place them in a vase inside in the house or on the kitchen table or something, isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, they're lovely. I love sweet pea.
Couldn't you grow these on a growing on a balcony?
Oh yeah, but you just need to put some sort of liner under your grow ring so the soil doesn't sort of leach out when you water.
Okay, or in an ordinary clay pot or an ordinary pot, do you know what I mean?
A big pot with a tripod either, but just keep them fed and watered.
Well, that's something definitely for the garden for summer. If you'd like to share anything with us from around the world, we want to hear from you at Gardenville.tv. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. Until the next time.